Wearing black with red, his official weight, 146 1/2 pounds. His professional record stands at 35 victories, including 26 knockouts with 1 no contest, while capturing 2 world titles, and he is rated pound for pound among the very best in the world today. From Augusta, Georgia, the WBC titleist, universally recognized as the true welterweight champion of the world, Vernon, the Viper Forrest. Wearing black trimmed with silver and officially weighing 146 pounds. His professional record, 23 victories, including 21 knockouts against 3 defeats, 1 draw, and 1 no contest. From Managua, Nicaragua, presenting the WBA welterweight champion of the world, Ricardo El Matador Mayorga.
Here's a low blow. Right here.
Look at his.
Right here. Okay? Now, you know your responsibility. Tell him I told him his responsibility. And I know my responsibility. Let's all do our job.
Shane Mosley, both of which involved a fair amount of, if that kind of thing takes place here, where some think that Forrest might do well to hold on to Mayorga a little bit and try to blunt his power. To be dominating with the jab from the outside and on those bombs.
A fighter, you want to keep moving back. So the taller fighter, you want to do, you want to draw your bigger opponents to.
Minute and a half of the fight. Manages to touch Vernon Forrest.
He did which we didn't see Campbell do in the first.
Forrest lands a jab.
Vernon Forrest is well polished. Good left jab, and he looks to throw that right hand, put it right. Thread a needle.
Skewed by the fact that so few have seen Mayorga. Larry, didn't you tell me there were betting odds of 10 to 1 at one place?
Well, I heard that they went down to about 6 to 1 man-to-man this afternoon.
That's logical. More logical than 10.
That was a good left hook by Mayorga.
Yep, it caught Forrest. And down goes Forrest.
5, 6,
Marty Denkin.
7, 8.
I think that was a correct call by Marty Denkin.
Forrest doesn't think so. Forrest thinks he was thrown down, apparently. Denkin.
There's the left hand that hurt Forrest. That other
round, which he had won up to that moment. CompuBox numbers in the round: Forrest 15 out of 51, Mayorga 7 out of 48. But Mayorga gets the round because of the knockdown. Now Forrest comes back with his left hook, and Mayorga trades punches with him, and they're going to have a war. This is not the fight that Vernon Forrest wanted. You heard Ronnie Shields say, when you back up against a guy like Mayorga, what's the danger?
Well, you don't want to back up in any fight. You got to circle your guy. You circle him around and around and around. You back up, you can get caught. But if you circle backwards, it's a different thing.
Great uppercut by Forrest and the left hook. Mayorga comes back with a right of his own. They trade shots in the center of the ring.
But I got something too.
All right, George, that he wanted to come out in this round and let him know that that knockdown fighter does.
You got to get back out there, and there's that right hand.
Told by Ronnie Shields to go straight at Mayorga. He needs to be aggressive behind the jab. Mayorga promised to go to the body and continues to try to do so, although obviously his biggest urge is to fire bombs upstairs. Another great uppercut by Forrest, and he landed a right hand. Mayorga says, come on, bring me more. Forrest begins to paint him with the jab. There was a good body shot by Forrest in there, and he takes another left hand, or Mayorga takes another. And that knockdown at the end of round 1 was enough to bring out the Tiger in the champion.
Good left hook by Mayorga.
Right uppercut by Forrest. Vernon seems to sense that if he can land one big shot, he can send Mayorga back south. Great left hook by Forrest. Mayorga just takes the combination and says, hit me more.
This is like a street fight in which one fighter has skills and the other fighter's just wading in. Early in the round, Mayorga went at Forrest, and Forrest stood there and went right back at him. And later in the round, Forrest was in command. That uppercut may have been the punch that Mayorga was saying that, hey, this guy can fight.
Hard right hand by Mayorga. And another hard right hand hurts Forrest.
Contracts, and the last thing on your mind is that you got to fight for the
Fight of a 6-fight deal between Vernon Forrest and HBO. Mayorga's left blocked by Forrest's glove.
Now Mayorga is going to the body too. He's acting like the boxer, landing shots that ordinarily. Whoa!
What an uppercut.
Yeah.
Mayorga says, I've got an uppercut too.
Forrest has made a very good adjustment by trying to catch Mayorga as he comes in with his uppercut.
Another big right hand from Mayorga. Forrest is going to have to be brave in this fight. There's no other way against a guy like this. Body shot by Forrest. Right hand by Mayorga. Vernon counters with a right and busts him right in the chops. Big right hand by Mayorga.
Forrest put in a good left hook a moment ago, and that hurt.
Vernon wobbling on his feet as he threw the right hand. He goes down in the face of a crushing right cross.
And that time he was seriously hurt.
Yeah, look at the wobbling in Vernon Forrest. Marty Dinkins stops the fight. Marty Dinkins stopped the fight, and Ricardo Mayorga has done it.
Let's see Vernon Forrest come into the ring rapping the next time. He was celebrating his championship before he had a serious chance to defend it.
Here we go, George. He had landed a couple of big right crosses. There's another one.
All night long he's been doing that on the tip, but this time he got him right flush on the button.
Here's
flush
another
on
look.
the button.
Through the left, missed
and look
with
at
the
that
left,
knee.
pounded
That's
the
why
right.
the referee looked at it and said, look, maybe I'm going to stop this.
And he stood and waved his finger back and forth in front of Vernon's face, looking at Forrest's eyes to see if they followed. And hey, I think it's a good stoppage. Forrest's legs were gone.
He had him almost broke his knee.
You keep going back in against a guy like this, you could get hurt.
No, you just got to box and move. That's your skill. You got the reach. Take advantage of it.
Mayorga closed the show, landing 16 of his last 32 power shots, including the series of brutal right hands that set that right hand shot up and produced an earthquake in the welterweight division, because he got yourself a new unified welterweight champion.
That's what happens on HBO all the time.
Indeed. Vernon Forrest's 6-fight contract just came and went.
Don't sign those contracts.
But it was a good entrance, as Larry said.
He'll be back. He's got the skill.
Oh, he's got a good fighter. He's a
jab.
terrific fighter with a great following, but this just goes to show you anything can happen in the sport.
He will be back.
So let's go to Michael Buffer now for the particulars on the shocking knockout as we look at Marty Denkin wave it off and say bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Marty Denkin calls a halt to this contest at 2 minutes and 6 seconds of round number 3. The winner by knockout victory. He is now the unified WBA, WBC welterweight champion of the world, Ricardo El Matador Mayorga.